Hi, my name is Debbie Dillon and I run Debbie Dillon Pelvic Health. I'm a pelvic floor physiotherapist and I specialise in anything to do with the pelvic floor, which is for men and women. I am passionate about treating pelvic floor problems, which can stem from having babies, be a prolapse, any continence issues, painful intercourse, which can also be known as dyspareunia, any prostate problems, and I have a very special interest in coccyx and pelvic pain for both male and female clients. One of the reasons I went down the route of doing pelvic health and branching out privately was for this mummy MOT, which is to attract people who've had babies. Doesn't matter whether it's 6 months, 6 years, 6 weeks post-baby, to come to see somebody like me, a pelvic floor specialist, to make sure that we get your pelvic floor up and running so that we can basically set down the foundations so that future in life you won't have issues, or you know best how to deal and prevent. Prevention is much better than cure. The Mum MOT is a branded name of physio that basically is any mum comes to see us and we have a look through to make sure the tummy gap and your pelvic floor are correct and give you exercises so that you can go along and deal with it. If needs be, you might need us for a session or two to get correct and use it correctly. Otherwise, you have the tools to continue on yourself and then continue on with your Pilates, your running, or whatever else you'd like to do. Poor men I don't think, get the best service in the NHS and have to Google everything to find out. So big things I deal with are any prostate issues, pelvic pain, which is an awful lot of my patients come with pelvic pain, and any pelvic floor dysfunction. I also have had the odd gentleman who's come to me as well with a diastasis rectus abdominis, the separation in their tummy muscle. And it's basically like the women, you know, the pelvic floor is underneath, holds everything up, and making sure we get that up and running. With pelvic pain or coccyx pain, it can be that the pelvic floor is working too tightly. Everybody thinks the pelvic floor being too weak, but what we've learned over the last 15-20 years is actually we can have a very tight pelvic floor that needs to be released and needs to be learned how to use properly. Hence, reducing that pain. It's a slow process, but very often, once we get the patients doing it and doing a home program on their own, then they're able to self-manage.